fires. Omni crew required. Electrical damage. Ship secured. Escalate. Hull breach. Immediate repair required. Hull breach ongoing. Equip your Omni and rectify this. Astro frame integrity preserved. Good job. Return to duty.
I want torpedoes armed and dispatched now. Ice Driver, blast that railjack with a comet shard.
Enemy cruise ship under our command. We are ice.
Conflict is escalating. I want another cruise ship on the field.
The enemy have called in a cruise ship. Situation evolving.
Marines, charge personal shields and get to your ram sleds.
We are free. Engine stalled. We have a fire.
Launch reserve fighter wing. Arm the warheads. Fire full salvo. Take them down.
Tenno on deck.
Let's soften them up. Torpedoes. Fire at will.
Tenno deployed. Hull breach. Repeat. Hull breach. Flames extinguished. Breach sealed. Railjack integrity restored.
Boots on the deck. Clear the tubes and launch ram sleds.
Arkwing slingshot loaded. Tenno in the barrel. Oh look, a boarding party. Crew, if you would. Fire crew, attention needed.
Stand by to salvage their remains. Marines to cruise ship hangar bay on the double. Immediate launch.
Alert. Enemy cruise ship has translated into the sector. Ship secure. Good work. Fire crew, stand down. We are burning. Deal with it.
Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing.
Priority targets neutralized. Next up, capital ship. Hull breached. Fires extinguished. Oxygen levels normalizing. Crew, patch that hull breach immediately. Repressurizing.
Let's soften them up. Torpedoes. Fire at will.
On the dance. Please. Kenno Pathfinder has successfully boarded. Remaining crew, sending you in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Mark.
Sentient control will increase with every Orphix. If it tops out, you get out. Until then, fill every golden moment with sweet slaughter. Orphix, it will boost the pulse field with resonators.
Intercept those Tenno. Any damage they cause will be deducted from your salaries.
That's the stuff. Now, hit that Orphix hard. More resonators means a bigger pulse field, means a bigger headache. As Mother would say, kindly address the Orphix situation. Tenno. Push him back. One Orphix at a time. get to popping resonators, then you can tackle the big guy. It's down. Good work. That should give us some breathing space. Look who found a new shiny. Come out now, if you've had enough fun. Big Nasty on the scope. You're losing ground, kid. Think about getting out. There's another Orphix. Every one tightens the sentient grip. Good work back there.
Orphix pulses have flatlined. Nice. Moving on.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Railjack is within range. Blast it to fragments.
Disable priority targets prior to boarding the capital ship.
Troop transport freight linker. You are clear to deploy your Oryx units. Ram sleds, go! breach points, launching ram sleds.
Fires extinguished. Scrubbing atmosphere. Boarding party intends to sabotage this ship. Stop them. Through. Fire on board. Location marked. Shelve the bloodlust. Borders repelled. Back to work.
Unassigned cruise ship located. Deploying immediately.
Hull breach. We are breaking apart. Immediate repairs. Cruise ship reinforcement has arrived. Fire alert resolved. Crisis averted. Mission continues. Freight linker on scope. Abandoned. Exercise caution. Scavs missed a few things.
I want to see fighters from one side of the sky to the other.
Breach sealed. Railjack integrity restored.
Torpedoes locked. Target in range. Firing. Get our Orax forces off the freight linker transport and into their ram sleds. Now!
Repel borders. Boarding party eliminated. Ship secured. Back to work. Hull breached. Venting atmo. Situation critical. Astral frame integrity preserved. Good job. Return to duty.
I want torpedoes armed and dispatched now.
Ateno has exited the railjack.
I want more firepower out there. Launch one of the cruise ships.
Enemy cruise ship has arrived. They are powering weapons. Cruise ship on scope. Proceed to your primary objective. This is not a drill.
Arm the warheads. Fire full salvo. Take them down.
Boarding operation successful. Sending full away crew. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Engage. Tenno disembarking.
Keep the enemy busy while a fellow Tenno operative raids the ship for supplies. Ready? Trigger the alarm. They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
You failed to prevent the Tenno from boarding. Intercept them at once.
Get ready for a capsule. Life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support activated. Tenno, prepare for life support. Life support capsule is now available. Delivered another life support capsule. Is making progress. This will help our cause. When you need it, extraction is ready.
Welcome back.
Was that a warning if I left?
It's a windy day.
Music
Like
complete
I don't know,
regardless. Someone give it a thumbs
I
down.
don't know about that. I don't think that.
Oh
Well, look,
shit, I'm talking! Oh!
I don't know if that's it either.
I must be new, guys.
Man,
I don't think I have anything. I'm a new player. I don't.
man,
I must be new.
the headlights, guys. I mean,
I must be new, guys.
look, if you think that it's fake or something like that, I mean, this is obviously
I'm a new
they're not
player on
moving things
Warframe,
around.
guys.
I mean, see on it? No.
New player,
It
guys.
is, okay? Okay, let's
New
get into it.
player.
I don't think these are UFO sightings.
Wow.
I don't know what they are,
New
but
player,
I mean,
guys.
they're technically. You think that they're not? You mean they're not aliens? Like that's what you mean? It's like, what was that
I'm
horrible
chopped,
system?
bro.
Like,
I'm so
I don't think they are
chopped.
UFO. I mean, by definition, they're
I must be a new
UFOs,
player.
unidentified flying objects. But that doesn't mean that they're necessarily otherworldly.
Steve.
this is U.S. advanced tech. If
Be
it was U.S. advanced
stranger.
tech, unclassified.
New player, guys.
It would be classified differently.
I'm a new
So
player.
they wouldn't release it.
I'm new to Warframe. Oh my god. What is this? What system am I playing on? Oh, PlayStation. Oh my god.
Is this enough?
Someone in the recruiting channel might be willing to.
Operator, were you visualizing a
I'm not looking to join any.
Me too.
This one looks like the biblical angels. Yeah, like this is fucking insane, man. This one is like, I'm sorry, but what the fuck? That's so cool. And it's not angels, sorry. Yeah, I feel like, listen, like, I don't want anybody to think that I'm completely convinced that, like, this is aliens or angels or something like that. I think that most things generally have a...
I
like,
think I too could be a ninja.
Kind of guy. So I don't really believe it.
I want to be a ninja.
See something like this.
I think I too could be a ninja.
And they say it's inside of the UFO files. I think to myself, wow, that's pretty crazy.
To be ninja.
You know? I mean, I see a fucking
I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I think I too could be ninja.
And after they say it's from UFOs, and I'm like, what? Damn.
I want to be ninja.
The angels have exhausts? I have no idea. I have no idea at all.
I think I too could be a ninja.
Some talking.
I want to be ninja.
Let me pull this up and find it. First batch? Yeah, this is also first batch.
I think I too could be a ninja. I want to be ninja.
Representative Tim Burchett says the first drop of the UFO
I
files
think
is
I
a
too
drop
could
in
be
the
a
bucket compared
ninja.
to the holy crap moment that is coming.
I
The first drop will
want to be
big, but
ninja.
Operator, you have remembered
there would be a
well.
drop
The
in the
Tenno
bucket. I
armor
would say, holy crap. 162 files were released today. I mean,
UFO. What the?
we are getting edged big time. So it's hard for me to believe it, right? It is. And UFO files, this is 8 decades of information. Oh my god. So, yeah, this is a... Wait, left? Page 42.
Left, right, do it, left, do it, right,
Page...
do it.
No. There is no page 42.
Left,
The fuck are they talking about page 42 for?
It's Prime.
That's bullshit.
Mag Prime.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody trying to just fuck people around, right? I mean, like, I get it. And
Everyone
one
else
guide with
no
it, it's
Prime.
file number 42?
I don't have a Prime. I don't have many Primes.
Within a PDF.
Ooh.
Nobody
Wisp Prime is out, but I just got a Wisp.
Nobody is like,
Nova,
okay,
I don't have
I
a
know what that's
Nova.
gonna be. We don't need to scroll down
Even
there.
farming regular Nova has been a
AI
pain in the
platform
ass.
installed? Yeah, guys.
I'm
I
not
don't think
wasting
this is
money on
anything
that.
else. It's not.
No,
And,
just buy it.
hey, let's see, can I find
If I
any
was
more of this?
rich,
Pentagon files are getting weird.
I live for my mama.
Pentagon docs show glowing objects moving between wind turbines. Okay, so we saw this one before. Holy
Calling on
shit,
me.
man. And
Must be
these
serious.
are the UFOs, debrief, describing the bright object. This does not describe a UFO.
Atlas is like
tailgating them on the
Attack on
moon.
Titan.
No, I don't think anything was getting tailgated. Interesting piece of newly released information.
Verona Prime.
From the planet Corindor.
It's just for Verona.
What the fuck?
It's just Verona.
Key takeaways from the UFO files. They don't exist. Oh, right. UFOs don't exist. Well, that's convenient. Wow. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
I imagine being new and already like, oh, you bought that account. Okay.
Where are the video video's coming from. I'm looking at the files in the FBO UFO site, and they're all PDFs. I don't know. Maybe it's inside of the PDF. Like, I really don't know. I don't know what you're looking at. So, yeah, I don't know what to think about this. I really don't. I feel like right now, what is the probability?
Yep.
Aliens are a mathematical certainty. So this
If you
is
want
my
to
opinion
visit,
on
no.
aliens. I'm going to give percentages, okay? I'm going to make, okay, just so everybody knows where I'm at. Asmongold alien predictions, okay? All right, category 1.
You know what, guys? I think I'll be a ninja too.
Aliens
I want to
exist.
be ninja.
Category
I
2.
want to be ninja.
Aliens
I
exist,
want to be ninja.
but we have
I
not been
want to be
contacted.
ninja.
Haven't
I'm
contacted
gonna
able to
be a
detect.
ninja soon.
Okay.
I want to be ninja. I need more money.
Oh, actually, I guess this is about the same.
Word shell. Whatever the fuck this is.
Okay, aliens exist and
Whoa.
right? So
That's
okay,
not
so
a
that.
wolf.
And then
What
also we have another one, and we identified them. Yes, we contacted
the
aliens.
hell was
right?
that?
Either they came here.
What is this? What is this? Eldritch horror.
Either one. Okay, and so aliens exist. Okay.
This is straight up alien. What is? Okay.
Let me think if there's anything else.
Whoa. Wait.
Add aliens.
The wolf actually looks like wolves.
I figured I wouldn't add that.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Well, let me just do it this. Aliens exist, and we identified them. I would put this at... Oh, there's one more.
I want to be ninja. I want to be ninja. I'm gonna chop real hard.
Okay, so this is the last one. We detected signals from outer space that we think are aliens. Okay, so just so you guys understand, like, this is my percentages of these different outcomes, okay? Like, basically, we identified them, aliens exist, and we identified them. I put this at, like, 5%, okay? Aliens exist, but we have not been contacted or able to detect them. I think this is 99%.
Oh,
we contacted aliens and they came here. I would put this at 1%. And I would put this at 15%. This would be where I'm at.
Chop real hard. I chop with credit card.
5% is super high.
I want to be ninja. They call me racist.
I think that's pretty
It's the star.
120%? No.
People are so
it's not a 100.
stressed.
Each one is its own separate probability. Each one, like, they're not contingent on each other. These are all separate probability viewpoints. So I think that there's a 99% chance that aliens exist. I think that there is a 1% chance that we contacted or have done any sort of, contact of aliens. I think there's a 5% chance that we have identified something that we think is aliens. And I think that there's a 15% chance that we've detected something in outer space that, based off of, like, maybe physics or some other form of, like, like analysis that we think can only be created by intelligent life. I think this is about where I'd be at.
They could be ninjas.
Does that make sense? What do y'all think? Yeah, how y'all feel about it?
I want to be ninja.
Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull an individual up. Has one bought the bait? I think you got. What did I get got by? What did I get got by? You've been typing a lot. What did I get got by? How about other categories?
Got the bait, everybody.
You guys have?
It's got God. It's got God.
We see aliens here every day in Texas. What are you confused about? Yeah, just go to Home Depot, all right? You said overwhelming crimes require overwhelming evidence? Well, I didn't say. Well, what do you mean? Overwhelming claims? I didn't see anything overwhelming evidence. Well, if I rated something, if you say something is a 5% chance, would you consider that something that you're convinced of? Would you say something you're convinced of? Like, I mean, where's the other 95%? Like, I'm 100% convinced that, there's a McDonald's that I can drive to. I'm like 100% convinced that, I'm drinking a soda. So I don't know. What are you talking about? I'm confused. Is there any percent that no aliens exist? Yeah. I think that just based off of the size of the universe that's projected, that it's statistically very unlikely. I think that just by probability, the odds are that aliens do exist. That's why I said it's 99%. So logically, you already answered your own question. Why would you ask it? So the inverse would be the 1%, right? Obviously. I mean, I what? Okay. I'm just kidding that you believe no matter where they exist in some fashion. Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, I think that like you can make projections on things that you have like secondary information of, right? So like if you know how big the universe is and you know how old the universe is and you think about how many things that could have happened, what the probability of Earth and life emerging on Earth is, and then you look at the incomprehensible, seemingly infinite amounts of possibilities that could happen inside of a universe as big as that we have, the probability that there are no other forms of intelligent life that exist inside of the universe at all, like, if I had to bet on that, I'd bet that there is. I would. I bet there is. Now, it's not 100%, but, like, it's 99. I mean, I don't know how it. Yeah, I mean, like, what is this? Point is, it doesn't matter. Well, okay, well, nothing matters. Okay, so the probability is so small of life that it's almost impossible to. So probably not. Well, I don't know, man. I think the universe is pretty big, man. There's no evidence that
Blood.
they don't exist. Yeah, exactly, right. And so I don't think people have any idea, but
I collapsed so many in my time. Surely you'd like to know more.
Compound mirror telescope.
yeah.
On Metabunk, Flyke recognized the camera as a Raytheon MTS-B, and we see that does indeed have the support vanes in the main camera. There's not a lot of sample footage, but we do see diffraction spikes. But what are these weird club or arrow-shaped spikes? They do look odd. Within a video about the MQ-9 Reaper with a similar camera, I noticed a diffraction pattern that also had club spikes. We also see from the lens flare that it has a square or diamond-shaped aperture, which is probably related. Then, John Phil published an analysis on Metabunk. Using the Masculator software, he used images of the camera to create an input mask, which is then used to calculate the expected diffraction pattern. John also noticed a crucial point. The veins on the MTSB are apodizing, meaning they are a bit wavy. Putting that info into the Masculator gives a diffraction pattern that has the odd club or arrow shapes. It was lacking the horizontal and vertical spikes, but those are a consequence of the square aperture. If we calculate that diffraction pattern and then add them together, we get something that looks very much like the chandelier. These results were also roughly replicated by Adams AT using a different program. Now, this is just a still image that looks like the expected diffraction artifact of the camera involved, but there's also a description of the object moving around weirdly. We also see what looks a bit like a smoke trail or a contrail. What fits all of these observations?
A drone?
Hard to say without seeing the video, but since this is thermal footage, we are looking at something hot. Maybe an explosion? But if it actually moves around, then maybe an engine or a rocket motor, possibly even a reflection of the sun. So it could be a missile or an aircraft in the distance flying away. A hot engine or rocket motor gives the bright diffraction artifact.
Sausage with wings?
Makes
Yes.
the smoke trail look more dramatic than it actually was. And this could also give the illusion that the object is just moving up, down, left, and right when it's really flying away at high speed along a slightly irregular path. Again, hard to say without the video. But from this photo matching the diffraction pattern of the MTSB camera,
I am eager
there's
for
really
it.
no reason to suspect that this is the actual shape of the craft, or that it's non-human technology. Cool story, but as in so many cases, the physical evidence points towards the mundane.
Come on, man. Oh, no, bro. Yeah, right. No, dude, no. It's an alien angel from the Bible. Obviously, like, what are we doing, guys? Duh. Like, I don't know, guys. And type your probably statements into AI. I don't know about that. Don't listen to the West. He's the worst guy to listen to on this. Well, I feel like using using a tool that simulates the way that a camera would, react to an image, and then trying to reverse engineer what the image is, and then using that and comparing it to different possible flight patterns. I feel like that's probably a good way of analyzing it, right? It is. Like, that seems pretty smart. So, proves nothing. Yeah, well, no, and again, guys, to be fair, like, it's hard to know what any of this means. It is. It's hard to know, but right now, oh yeah, by the way, they actually think that it's Hitler now. Can you believe this? Oh my god, England by 2029. Just because Reform won. People are losing their minds.
Adolf,
And,
alien,
that's crazy.
alien
It's so
health.
stupid. What is this? Oh, this is him talking about UFOs right now.
Yeah, but I have seen some pictures.
I need a knife. I am itchy. I need to stab myself to get rid of the itch. Jeez.
I don't know. Those guys came out the house. That was pretty convincing. Yeah, that was before the hearings that we had.
How clear was the video?
Clear as a screen. I mean, it was pretty clear. And that was pre-AI. AI was such a new thing, and then it fit in with what the Tic Tac videos were.
Tic Tac.
The heat signature is what I always thought was unusual, because it had to have a heat signature, but it didn't.
Right.
It's 0 point energy, whatever that is.
Right.
And the quantum physics angle of it is mind-blowing to me. I don't think Trump knows. I mean, these people have kept this stuff secret. Here's another thing. I was in one meeting, and a guy said, what about the president on this? And he said, the president's on a need-to-know basis. Now, that's a federal employee saying that he or she has information that the president is not allowed to see.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, maybe they just mean that they don't report it to him. right? I mean, I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, I mean, that's...
And I just was aghast, man. I said, you know, that's the kind of crap you see on the Sci-Fi Network or something.
Right.
But that'd be the title of my book. I mean, that ought to tell you right there that this thing is a cover up. And I don't, and it's kind of like MK Ultra. I don't think we're going to get they're not going to tell us everything.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I don't think they're going to give us half of what we should get.
But you think we're going to get something?
I think we'll get something.
Do you know Hal Puthoff? You know Hal Puthoff?
Do what?
Do you know Hal Puthoff?
No,
Do you know who he is?
I thought you know how put off you are right now.
No.
I was like, how put off are you?
Hal Puthoff was in the documentary as well. He was in Age of Disclosure, and he was a guest on the podcast. And one of the things that he told me is that during the Bush administration, they brought in him and a bunch of other scientists and thought leaders. And what was explained to him was that they are considering disclosure and that there have been visits of these super intelligent beings from somewhere else, that we have retrieved crashed vehicles, and that we have biological remains. And we are talking about disclosing. We would like to make a list of all the ways that it'll negatively affect society and all the ways that it'll positively affect society, and attach a numerical value to these things. And they all did it, and every one of them said the negatives far outweigh the positives in terms of the impact on government, the impact on the
it'll make the goy go insane. Yeah, that's a good point.
Economy, religion, all these different factors, and how it would disrupt society. And in the end, they decided not to disclose.
Yeah, I've heard that many times. I just don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
I don't buy it. I mean, I don't doubt what he's saying. I know all those guys. Now that you mentioned that was a movie, of course, and I met them all afterwards. But I just don't buy that. I think
it's a fake narrative, you think?
Let us know. Let us decide.
You know, I believe that too, but I wonder what that meeting was like.
I don't know if I believe that or not. I don't know how anybody can say I believe that without knowing what it is. I feel like you say that, you don't know what it is. Like,
and whether or not they were being truthful to these people, or whether it was a thought experiment.
Allegedly, when they told Jimmy Carter, he cried.
That's what I heard too.
It was. I won't go into all of it, but I was in a meeting.
What would make him cry?
I don't know.
He's a pussy. That's why. Distraction from Federal Reserve, Rothschild banks, and pedo rings. No, it's not a distraction. Because why would you need a distraction? Like, that's what I think is kind of odd, is that everybody who thinks that things are a distraction from stuff like the Epstein files implies that their attention has a consequence. It doesn't. You getting upset about the Epstein files didn't do a fucking thing. So it's like a power fantasy almost, right? Where like you think that, well, they need to distract us. No, they don't. Because they don't give a fuck about you. You can't do anything. You don't have any power. So you're not important enough to be needed for them to need to distract you. It might be an improper thing to say, but it's a fact. Like, you don't have power enough to need to be distracted.
Very sensitive guy. But
I understand, but I mean, like, I cried when I saw Old Yeller.
Yeah, I did too. Still cry. But they, he had seen a UFO.
Yeller.
You know, he was on a Navy sub, nuclear sub, and I don't know if he saw that when he was on the sub or not. I can't remember. But you know, here he is. That guy was president of the United States, and
they told him something, and supposedly he cried.
And I was in the meeting, and that was brought up.
Distraction from the media, then?
Trying to trip up, gave the date of that meeting. And he said, you can go to the Carter Library and pull up
it's
that
fueled
date.
by
There's
solar
one person,
energy.
they omitted their name, which who knows who that was. But they list the meeting and where he was when he got that briefing.
Uh-huh.
Wow. So, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know if that's true or not. You know, they also say Nixon pulled up one night to Jackie Gleason's and
I know that story.
Yeah. So I don't really think that, like, basically, I don't know really what I would believe with this. Like, I want to see more evidence. Like, this is crazy, but, like, I'm not, like, super convinced. But anyway, I do think that overall, like, you guys, like, y'all that, like, Epstein files are a distraction for something else, yeah. The people that say that things are a distraction, I think it's a LARP about people that think that they're more informed than they are. Like, I don't think that, like, basically you should really learn about the artichoke. Well, I'll pull you up and ask you, right? So why do you think that we need to be distracted from the Epstein files? Why do you think that the government needs to throw this out there to distract us from it? Like, that's the question. Artichoke is about dumbing down U.S. population, declassified too. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. My mom was, like, really into it. She had books on this. But, like, what's the, like, why would they need to distract you from the Epstein files? That's the question I'm really asking, right? Anybody know about it? Yeah, sure. But why would they need to do that? Because the currency and the way insider trading works is exposed. What? I was talking about the Epstein files. So why would the government need to distract people from the Epstein files? So, like, people are focused on the Epstein files is the premise. New information is added. This is the accusation, with the goal of distracting from that initial focus. Why would that happen? It's like a hazing ritual. They get together to insider trade in these circles. They only get to get into circles power. Marvel acts like who funded Epstein's with Rothschilds. That's what he said. He said he worked for the Rothschilds. I mean, that's the best answer that you can give, right? Or you could say maybe Israel because he was working with them too. It's very hard to say, but you're not understanding this. Why would they need to focus on a distraction from that?
Yeah, explain.
The promise is verifiable. No. You're missing the point. You're totally missing the point.
Totally.
Why would they need to distract you from that?
I don't know.
You're just going through, like, conspiracy theories. Like, I understand this, right? I mean, I agree with some, I disagree with others. They don't want mass chaos, neither do I.
Pearl Prime.
Why do you think that there's going to be mass chaos? Why do you think the Epstein files would create mass chaos?
Oh my god. Video topic. Excuse me, sir. You killed our parents over being syndrome. Imagine killing your own parents just because they didn't call you the gender you wanted. I'm sorry about this. Yuck. 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 is left is defending. UFOs know too much. The first black female sheriff, by the way. 30 felony counts. Holy shit.
First black female sheriff indicted on 30? Oh my God.
Susan Hudson is not only the first female sheriff of Orleans Parish, she's also the state's first black woman to occupy the sheriff's office in the state, period. We're going to talk about history. When you do break a glass ceiling, you got to celebrate it. A new sheriff in town, Susan Hudson, breaking barriers indeed, as the first African-American female sheriff in the state's history.
If you... Oh boy, here we go.
Moments later.
Orleans Sheriff Susan Hudson is indicted on 30 felony counts.
So, 30 felonies. Holy shit.
The first black female sheriff in the state of Louisiana has been indicted on 30 felony counts.
Jesus.
You can't make this stuff up.
That's what? What the fuck? That's crazy, yes.
Here's a quick message from our sponsor, Rumble Wallet. You already know why people are moving to crypto, because here's the problem. Most wallets still plug into the same system we're trying to escape in the first place. That's why Rumble built Rumble Wallet. It's a self-custodial wallet that lives inside an ecosystem that actually defends free speech and financial freedom. No banks holding your balance, not even Rumble can touch your funds. This is your money on your keys, on your terms. If you're already using Bitcoin or stable coins, Rumble Wallet gives you some more power. Direct, fast tipping, and support for creators on Rumble without waiting weeks for payouts or dealing with random account holds. On-chain payments. You can move value globally without asking anyone for permission. Most welcome. Go to
The first black female sheriff in the entire history of Louisiana just happened in 2022. And then she went and got arrested on 30 felonies. Wow.
Fucking negative stuff.
We're going to talk about history. When you do break a glass ceiling, you got to celebrate it. Susan Hudson breaking barriers indeed, as the first African-American female sheriff in the state's history. I was looking at how long Louisiana's been a state, right? 200 plus years. And all the time, not one African-American woman has been able to get to this position. 2022, right? And so you're like, it's time for all of those barriers to be broken out. First,
yeah, well, apparently not.
Then the inauguration ceremony.
Now, Susan Hudson is a political activist. She's extremely progressive and left-wing. And before
No way!
becoming sheriff, he actually served as the independent police monitor for New Orleans.
Let me give you a little bit of a background of Susan Hudson. She's running on a progressive platform, and she scored a major endorsement from Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams, who also ran on that similar progressive platform during his race last year. Now, Hudson has no political experience, but says it's time for a change, and she's focusing on what...
So she has no political experience, but she's a black woman, so vote for her anyway? Okay, right. It's time for a change. Great.
He calls the 3C ideology: care, custody, and control.
I thought it was crime, crime, and crime, but I guess you're missing 27 C's.
Before voters named her sheriff, she spent 11 years as New Orleans independent police monitor.
So you have this extremely progressive sheriff whose plan essentially is, we don't really want to punish people. We don't want to put people in jail for their crimes.
What?
We want to pretend like crime doesn't exist.
By the way, this is the reason and the way that a lot of these people create the perception that crime goes down when they run cities. It's because they just... No, well, if we don't write the crime down, then it doesn't get recorded. And if it doesn't get recorded, then the crime goes down. That's exactly what they do.
This is horrible for the people of New Orleans because New Orleans has a huge crime problem. Remember when the district attorney of New Orleans was actually carjacked with his mom?
Wait, the district attorney got carjacked?
My mother's really shook up. She keeps reliving it. But we're just thankful that we're alive. Nobody's hurt.
This is surveillance video from moments after the teens allegedly stole Williams' car. Amaja Curtis, Dejon Curtis, Santan Gilmore, and Ahmad Seals have all been charged as adults in this case.
So the people of New Orleans said, hey, let's hire the most progressive anti-police person we could as sheriff, and that's what they did. So what do you think happened? Well, obviously things went off the rails immediately. See, since she's sheriff, she handled the jails. And immediately, inmates went crazy and conditions at the jail worsened under her tenure.
Yeah, but weeks into Hudson's tenure, inmates in a high-security pod at the Orleans Justice Center barricaded themselves in that pod, blocking out staff.
What are you doing, man? Jesus, bro, you sagging in prison? I feel like, honestly, isn't that leaving yourself open? I don't know if that's a good idea.
That standoff lasted 3 days, with inmates demanding better conditions. A report by federal jail monitors claimed that conditions in the jail had worsened in some cases under Hudson's oversight.
So under the progressive sheriff, things actually got worse for the inmates, not better. And then the controversies just started racking up. For instance, her incompetence caused the court to hold her in contempt because she wasn't securing transportation from inmates from the jail to the court. Finally, Albion Online is coming. She wasn't securing transportation from inmates from the jail to the court.
In a world.
So this bitch just big. So she's big retarded. Because at the beginning, I didn't really know. I mean, this looks like a situation of big retarded.
Judge is accusing the sheriff of contempt of court, and she's now being ordered to appear before that judge tomorrow afternoon. Criminal District Chief Judge Tracy Flemings Davalier says that Sheriff Susan Hudson is ignoring a court order to transport recent arrestees from jail to magistrate court on weekends and holidays.
Why?
Now, during the pandemic, that process was paused, going to Zoom and then doing transports during the week. However, on June 18th, the judge issued an order for Hudson to resume those weekend and holiday transports beginning this past Saturday.
Now, this became so bad, they were going to sentence her to like 6 months in prison with a $500 fine. But
they're going to put the sheriff in prison? And this wasn't enough?
The appeals court last second stepped in and said, let's slow it down because she is the sheriff.
Last Friday.
Big mistake.
The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals temporarily suspended Sheriff Susan.
I bet it's just a bunch of hags making decisions like that, too. Garen fucking you know that.
Hudson's contempt of court ruling at the last minute, and WWL exclusively received the documents supporting that stay by the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. Sheriff Susan Hudson was set to face up to 6 months imprisonment or a fine of up to $500. That's because the chief judge of
600 months. How much is 600 months? $50 years. 50 years. Woman tries to murder cop driving her to jail.
No.
Cetus, do not drink the kombucha. You are in
Sometimes
pain.
it's done.
It is the high levels effort required to unseat the tiny burst of your lung following.
Some handcuffs. She has concealed a firearm in her pants that his deputy does not know about.
Oh, shit.
How many times he searches her, he will not.
Oh, this is Code Blue Can, by the way. These are my boys. This video is gonna get big.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Hungek, my boy. My now jacked boy. God damn. Your pictures keep coming across my feed. I don't know if you guys remember Hungek. He's the donut man. Got a donut shop. He got fucking jacked.
While the deputy's life hangs in the balance.
Meditation. War is a lifetime scholarship. The enemy, no finer teacher.
What?
You guys have watched this already. That's what I need to know. That's the most important part.
Without that, nothing survives.
Stewie!
No cost
Thanks
too
for
great, no blood too precious is what
raised? Okay.
as long as it ain't mine.
There. Why did not anyone just like profusely? There. Why did not anyone just like profusely? There. Why did not anyone just like profusely? There. Why did not anyone just like?
You player? Are you on? Who are you? RJ Singh. You player? Are you on? Who are you?
Oh, how Zeki were artists. When they killed with finesse, purpose. Just like me. The system's rotten. And me, I'm a scalpel.
Okay, 4.79K subscribers, 407 videos. Secure.
They'll be calling me.
Know what I love about this ship? Everyone pulls their weight.
Cool.
I've been on Veil ships where we had
We have a new subscriber, RJ Singh. Hello.
going, I had to eat the bastard.
Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Secure rooms of us after dark. Rain.
torture someone long enough, they'll confess to anything. That's my favorite thing about it.
Is the president just gonna keep bombing everything?
If you hurt Americans or are planning to hurt Americans, we will find you and we will kill you, says President Donald J. Trump. This immediately made every single Islamist and transgender terrified to be in their own house. The Donald released an insane tweet, and for some reason this is getting almost zero media coverage, despite the fact that this tweet has 160,000 likes and it's one of the biggest things that ever happened. Tonight at my direction, brave American forces in the armed forces of Nigeria flawlessly executed a meticulously planned and very complex mission to eliminate the most active terrorist in the world from the battlefield.
Fact is, every stable foundation is built on meat and blood. Now, most people, they pretend it ain't so. It is not to their taste. Me? Me? I am one hardcore carnivore. For the greater good, of course.
Used to get jobs. It goes to every institution on the freaking planet that is teaching children to become jihadis and castrate themselves while they're doing it. I mean, hey, glass half full, am I right? So if my tax dollars could go to eliminate the head honcho terrorist that's genociding Christians in Nigeria, that is a colossal W. And the fact that the Tucker Carlsons of the world aren't talking about this is absolutely evidence that they're compromised. Now, President Trump, I was the calm before the storm, he says. And then he shared this, an image of a Nigerian pastor speaking out for, because they were getting genocided. This is a pile of Christian corpses that were massacred by Muslims in Nigeria.
Senate, you're watching what I'm doing. I'm saying here. Special advisor to Trump. Now, please, tell Trump to save our lives in Nigeria. They are killing Christians in Nigeria.
Sure, I probably should not be having political stuff in the background. Jade shadows, jade shadows, jade shadows. Jade shadows, jade shadows, jade shadows. Jade shadows, jade shadows, jade shadows. Okay, so this is Jade Shadows. Jade Shadows constellations. It's to do with space and dimension.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and... Cut down the... And make the Lotus proud.
Shadow. It's so boring without the. Without any new quest, Warframe can get pretty boring. Hell, let's do it. Why not?
The sentient Hunhow has grown strong again. His thoughts have invaded my own. Worse still, he has enlisted the Stalker to find the reservoir, a weak point of Alteno, a place I hid long ago. The Stalker is on the cusp of finding this place. Do not let this happen. The Grineer's excavations have disturbed Hunter's tomb. They've awakened something evil, bent on Tenno destruction. Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker. The Grineer expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhow, fragments of his body. For Hunhow, every part of him is connected to his singular mind. Is this how he's invading the world? The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms! Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry.
This is not good. 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 No, 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 no.
This data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hun.
Lady.
When I see your mind, I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
You've triggered the alarms. Lose this data, and the mission will be a complete failure. That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person, get to extraction.
You did a better job than I could have. I'm a bit rusty.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. Hunhao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Losing it, a time for our weekly visit with the ladies of The View. Could be a nightly visit, but I wouldn't do that to you. That would be cruel and unusual. Here, the whole panel loses their teeny tiny minds because an actor,
Like any foreign nation whatsoever.
Browsing a rather eccentric subreddit, I came across a weird post. Jake Rosemer, a travel influencer from Boston who boasts more than 44,000 Instagram followers, shares a tearful video.
I normally wouldn't make a video like this. but I feel like I need to say something, so I wrote a few things down. I am currently on board the MV Hobbyists, and what's happening right now is very real for all of us here. We're not just a story. We're not just headlines.
This is real.
People with families, with lives, with people waiting for us at home. There's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part. All we want right now is to feel safe, to have clarity, and to get home. So if you're seeing coverage about this, just remember that there are real people behind it, and that this isn't something happening somewhere far away. It's happening to us right now. I'll share more when I can, but for...
Though he didn't exactly state why, he was evidently in some type of danger. Within the next 24 hours, Jake's video would go extremely viral. And it was during this time where I gained more context as to what was exactly happening in this disturbing footage. Jake was trapped on a cruise ship. He wasn't allowed to leave. In fact, the ship itself was banned from docking entirely. All the meanwhile, people on the ship were dying, and Jake was seemingly next.
I saw a freaking comedic video on the hantavirus. Holy crap.
It's called the hantavirus, fat man, and everyone on that boat got it from eating rat shit.
You're lying. A luxury cruise would never serve rat shit.
Well, they didn't serve it in the food. It just contaminated everything they touched.
Fuck. Now my bat tummy's grumbling. What's your game, Joker?
Before you, there are 2 buttons. The blue button will let everyone on that boat come ashore and get medical treatment, saving their precious lives. But there's a risk that could cause another pandemic that makes everyone bleed out of the tips of their penises.
Even the women?
Yes, fat man, even the women.
Ew.
However, the red button will prevent that virus from spreading ashore by instantly destroying that boat and unaliving every last person on board. Now, the virus isn't nearly as contagious as COVID-19, but...
We got here.
I guess.
Word. Alfred's making sloppy joes.
Hantavirus. Great. More viruses from the sea. Yo ho ho ho, a virus life for me. Yo ho ho, virus life for me. Da ding da ding da ding da ding da yo ho 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 ho. A virus life for me. Oh.
Fuck. Hello, Tenno. Are you surprised? Why? You know I've always had my ear to the kennel. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry. You can trust me this time. I know. Our past has been slightly, combative. But genocidal invaders from the other system make strange bedfellows, wouldn't you say?
Get rammed.
The sentient Hanhao, nightmare of the Oregon, boogeyman to the corpus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me. So this stalker seems like he's made quite a powerful friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps.
God fucking damn it. Oh my god. Fuck these fucking missions, bro.
Listen, tell me. You're near the dig site. Of course I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your eyes peeled.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
Yes, getting warmer. Colder. That's it. You must smell the prize. Because I know you can't see it. You were warm, but now you're not. Getting colder. Yes, getting warmer. Warmer. That's it. You must smell the prize. Because I know you can't see it. You're right on top of it now. Are these the bones you're looking for?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger. Hunhau's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? There, Tenno.
Yes, hurry, Tenno. But be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you? always had my ear to the kennel. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they've dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry, you can trust me this time. I know. Our past has been slightly, combative? But genocidal invaders from the other system make strange bedfellows, wouldn't you say? The sentient Hanhao, nightmare of the Organ, boogeyman to the corpus. That thing must have your Lotus in quite a panic for her to be working with the likes of me. So this Stalker seems like he's made quite a powerful friend, hasn't he? I wonder what's under that scary, smoky exterior. A heart of gold, perhaps. Tell him. You're near the dig site. Of course I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your eyes peeled, if you have eyes. Yes, getting warmer. You were warm, but now you're not. That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it. It's right there. Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger. Hunhau's voice will make
Be
him.
seeing passengers with
I see the reservoir.
Why is this showing again?
He doesn't
No,
know
so
unless...
the virus spreading around the world called the Hamster virus, and I used the word spreading very loosely.
Thank you, daughter.
First, let's talk about where
Fear
it came
has
from. The
baited you
virus
to the
first started
snare.
appearing on this.
What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky.
Seeing the same
My
shit
shadow
again.
now walks the path.
Warframe needs to fix it.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, hurry, Tenno. But be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients,
What
you
the?
wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you?
This mission repeat itself twice. Fix this digital extreme.
So what is it?
Look at this chronic kid.
Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir?
That kind of settles it, right? So what is it?
Goodbye, Alid. You've earned a favor. We'll take it from here.
It's like it's speared.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the Tenno, then where does my investment go? Now then, where is he?
Choose a different Warframe for this.
If lightning was a problem for dinosaurs, especially the taller dinosaurs like sauropods.
Prehistoric, what the fuck? I just want everybody to know that these are not normal paleontology questions. That being said, this is the best answer I could come up for you. What would happen if lightning struck a giant sauropod, like a brachiosaurus? It would die. Most likely it would die. Just like any other animal struck by lightning, it would most likely undergo cardiac arrest and respiratory failure. It would also suffer a lot of severe burns and probably stripping or popping of their scales due to the rapid thermal expansion produced by the lightning. Speaking of which, the amount of electricity that would convert to heat would cause something called liquefaction necrosis. It's the liquefaction of organ tissues. The amount of electricity in a lightning bolt could power 56 houses for one day. Imagine all that energy instantaneously going through one animal. Instant death. That's what it is. It's instant death. And as far as if the sauropod was surrounded by trees, would the trees take the hit? There's a high probability, yes. The trees would take the hit. But that doesn't mean the sauropod is safe either. The tree could explode and cause shrapnel. If the sauropod was close enough to the tree, it could feel the impact of that hit, causing a rupture of its internal organs and then death. It's like a bomb going off. Let's not forget about ground current. All that electricity will eventually hit the ground and travel. Animals with a wide stance, specifically animals with 4 legs and a wide stance, have a large chance of getting hit with ground current, which is basically the same effects of being hit by lightning. End of the day, lightning is bad news for any animal, and it's really bad news for sauropods. Just imagining its lungs and all its air sacs liquefying, that's a, oh my god.
Lightning was a problem for dinosaurs, especially the taller dinosaurs like sauropods.
I just want everybody to know that
A meeting that turned into a screaming match.
for those that don't know, a school board in Watertown, Wisconsin has just struck down and banned Mother of the Revolution be played at their spring formal at Watertown High School. Mother of the Revolution is an orchestral piece written by Omar Thomas to celebrate the life of Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha Payne No Mind Johnson was a trans woman in New York City between the 1960s and 1990s.
What is... What's with the pelvic thrust? Why can't my character shoot? It's like they're just reviving again and again and again. That was weird. Why is she pushing like that? What the heck? Ain't so much. The laser goes back to this. Oh. Bobblehead, 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 bobblehead. Nah. Hold on.
She was a leading presence in 1969, part of the Stonewall riots in New York City that actively was fighting police brutality against gay people. In 1970, her and Sylvia Rivera created STAR. STAR, or the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, was a group...
Transvestites. That was an actual name, and a lot of people tell me, no, that's not a real thing. The younger generation is so dumb.
that found housing, food, and emotional support for homeless trans kids. And Marsha worked with ACT UP, which was an AIDS advocacy group that spread awareness, visibility, and tried to get resources for those affected by AIDS. But due to transphobia, a school board in Watertown, Wisconsin has banned Mother of the Revolution, which is about Marsha P. Johnson, to be played at their spring concert. Members like Christina DeGrave, Julianne Appling, Carl Schwartz, Tammy Fournier, and Sam Owenell, all of which can be contacted by the emails that I have shown. I would reach out to them and let them know that they do not deserve to be on that board where they handle the education of others. Because gay and trans history is history that needs to be taught. And if you're against teaching political violence,
political violence is not something we praise with music or song.
do you know how our country started? You dumb fucks.
Mr. Vice President, Mr. Madison, Senator Burr, what is this? Mr. Vice President.
Nicolas Cage and dinosaurs.
What the fuck?
No, Nick Cage has never been, and at the timing of filming this video, is not going to be in any live-action dinosaur movies. Rather, I talk about an incident back in 2007. Back then, Nicolas Cage had a weird spending habit. The man bought rare comic books, several European castles, and a deserted island. And in 2007, I Am Chait Gallery put up an auction in New York City that was themed on natural history. It was there that a Tarbosaurus skull was put up on auction. Tarbosaurus being a tyrannosaurid from Asia. And the skull went into a heavy bidding war between two anonymous bidders. We now know that those anonymous bidders were Nicolas Cage and Leonardo DiCaprio. Cage won the auction with a $276,000 bid. And as the winner, he took the skull home. Until 2014, Homeland Security contacts Cage and tells him, hey, that skull might have been illegally possessed and illegally sold. Nicolas Cage willingly forfeits the skull. However, he did make the comment that it kind of sucks that he spent all that money not to be reimbursed. After a thorough investigation, Nicolas Cage nor the gallery was at fault in the handling of the Tarbosaurus skull. That would be the man that put the skull up for auction in the first place, Eric Procopi, a commercial paleontologist. And upon further investigation, it was found that Eric Procopi not only stole that skull, but illegally sold several dinosaur fossils, including 2 full Tarbosaurus skeletons. At the end, Eric had to return all the fossils to Mongolia and serve 3 months in penitentiary. So next time you see a Tarbosaurus skull, just know Nicolas Cage used to own one, and now he doesn't. Nicolas Cage and dinosaurs. No, Nick Cage has never been, and at the timing of filming this video, is not going to be in any live-action dinosaur.
Avoid gate. These things never made sense.
No wonder Shepard's had such short lives.
Girl, I can't know this, but to know it's you. From across the road, I see it and can't stop myself from looking and noticing me. Girl, I can't know it.
Their parkour should be like.
That's a stalker.
You're smart, Tenno. You'll figure out how to open it again, won't you?
This needle pierces the sky. Nata, will we find the Tenno heart within? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
You promise. Impressive. These sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage. I'd love to crack one open and see what makes it tick.
Sentient fighters can adapt to your attacks. Hit them with something else. Incredible. The Stalker has built void keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. Void is poison to them. Cross the threshold. Go now. The sentients cannot follow.
Oh, don't you just hate that feeling? Makes my stomach flip. Let's see where you've landed. Find a nav console. Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My Lotus, you make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
found the reservoir. As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. Find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
It seems to me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void, yes. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated for you? That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Orokin called Alad V. Your silence soon comes.
Takes care of that.
You did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get through to me? Don't worry, Otis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
Another job well executed.
Officially declared endangered. Emperor penguins are officially declared endangered.
Scientific, what the fuck?
We all know why. It's because of climate change. Their populations have dropped so low that the International Union for the Conservation of Nature put them on that list. One can say it's loss of habitat. That's part of it, but it's so much fucking worse. Emperor penguins, scientific name Aptenodytes fosteri, are unique in the way they breed. They are the only animal in all of Antarctica that has decided to breed during their winter. We've all seen March of the Penguins, and we know how harsh that could be. Now let's look at the emperor penguin chicks. When they are hatched, they only have down feathers. So down feathers are absolutely great with insulation during the harsh cold, but they're terrible at being water resistant. They're damn near absorbent, like a sponge. With the ice melting, the baby chicks are soaking up all that melted water and fucking drowning. Their water-resistant feathers don't come in until a little later on in their life. Generations of baby emperor penguin chicks are being wiped out. In one area of the Antarctic, 4 out of 5 penguin colonies collapsed. So, due to climate change accelerated by corporate greed, the emperor penguins will most likely march to their fucking extinction.
I will always choose.
Your bird.
Forever NPC here, and let's talk about the Triassic cuddle. Should dinosaurs be privately owned?
What is wrong with the dinosaur?
Forever NPC here, and Pharrell Williams is kind of on my shit list. Just recently, a Triceratops was sold on the online auction site Jupiter for $5.5 million. Jupiter is owned by Pharrell Williams. This Triceratops is known as Trey the Triceratops. Trey the Triceratops is a subadult Triceratops that is about 70% complete, which is really complete as far as Triceratops specimens go. And Trey measured roughly about 17 feet long. For the past 30 years, Trey the Triceratops has been on display at the Wyoming Dinosaur Center. He was not only exhibited to the general public, but was allowed for research by many paleontologists. And for the longest time, he was the only true Triceratops to be displayed in Wyoming. Now you may be asking yourself, wait a minute, if Trey was in a museum, how could he be auctioned off? That's because a lot of museums, surprisingly, are private. Museums like the Wyoming Dinosaur Center is actually owned by somebody on a non-profit basis. And because Trey the Triceratops is privately owned, the owner is allowed to do whatever they want with the bones. We know Trey the Triceratops is not the first dinosaur to be sold on an auction privately. Apex the Stegosaurus and a juvenile Ceratosaurus was just sold on the auction block recently, which opens up a debate. Should dinosaurs be able to be privately owned and put into a private collection? And that's a debate that I am going to tackle in part 2. Fuck you, Pharrell.
It would be such a shame to lose the moon.
You don't hate me?
You don't need to buzz my
God, please.
Wherever. Should dinosaurs be privately owned? Recently, we've been seeing a lot of dinosaurs be put up on the auction block for private ownership. Apex the Stegosaurus, Trey the Triceratops, and a juvenile Ceratosaurus. And there's a lot more nuance to this debate than you think. First off the bat, these are specimens found on private land, because any specimen found on federal land belongs to the public. With the specimens found on private land, then the debate comes in who actually has ownership over the specimen. At which point, the owner is allowed to do whatever they want with that specimen. Some owners donate it to museums. Other owners like to take it and then put it out on loan to museums. And some owners, well, they just like taking the specimen and putting it in their own private collection. I don't think I have to explain public ownership. We all get the general idea that it is going to be put into a federally funded or state-funded museum, and it is going to be allowed access to the public. Private ownership, on the other hand, is a little bit more of a tricky question, because anybody can own a dinosaur. And that includes private organizations that go and fund the excavations, fund the research, as well as the cleaning and preparing of the specimen, as well as a lot of times fund spaces that the public can come in and see. Museums like the Wyoming Dinosaur Center, the Indiana Dinosaur Museum, as well as the Museum of Ancient Life at Thanksgiving Point. All these places fund and do research as well as display these prehistoric animals to the public. Then you got people that are like the owners of Apex Stegosaurus, who actually own the dinosaur specimen, but loan it out to museums for public display as well as research. Finally, you get the horrible human beings that own these specimens and just keep them in their own private collection for no one else to see and no one else to gain access to. Listen, I understand we live in a capitalistic hellscape, so money is going to be involved with any type of dinosaur, period. And if people are going to make a buck, they're going to make a fucking buck. I hate it, but that's reality. That being said, I'm a firm believer that any specimen with scientific importance needs to be accessible to the public and the academic societies. The progress of research should never be barred based on the ownership of the specimen. Dinosaurs be privately owned. Recently, we've been
Hostile contact. Engaging.
Annika.
Yes.
How's your decision making been lately?
Rats save lives. Now I know rats in general get a bad rep because of the plague, the Black Death, but there are some rats that actually do a lot of good in the world and deserve our admiration. Not that one. Not that one either. I mean, they deserve our admiration, but in this case, it is the Gambian pouched rat. Scientific name, Chrysotomus ansorgi. They're widespread throughout sub-Saharan Africa, and they could get up to about 3 feet long. Now, the rat specifically that I want to talk about is Magawa. Magawa served as a hero rat, and hero rats are trained by the APOPO, a Belgian non-governmental organization that trains these rats to sniff out landmines and explosives. Due to their incredible sense of smell and their light weight, these rats were able to find landmines without setting them off. Magawa was sent to Cambodia and was active between 2016 and 2021. During that time, he cleared 56 acres worth of land, clearing out 71 landmines, 38 of which were unexploded ordnances. Magawa did such a good job, he was given the PDSA gold medal. And in June 2021, he was able to retire, at which he spent the next couple weeks training a new set of rats to do his job. In January 2022, he died peacefully. Just recently, April 4th, 2026, a statue was resurrected of him to commemorate him for his great deeds. So here's to you, Magawa, and all the great rats out there. Rats save lives. Now I know rats in general get a bad rep because of the plague, the Black Death, but there are some rats that actually do a lot of good in the world and deserve our admiration. Not that one. Not that one either. I mean, they deserve our admiration, but in this case, it is the Gambian pouched rat. Scientific name,
If lightning was a problem for dinosaurs, especially the taller dinosaurs like sauropods.
I just want everybody to know that these are not normal paleontology questions. That being said, this is the best answer I could come up for you. What would happen if lightning struck a giant sauropod, like a brachiosaurus? It would die. Most likely it would die. Just like any other animal struck by lightning, it would most likely undergo cardiac arrest and respiratory failure. It would also suffer a lot of severe burns and probably stripping or popping of their scales due to the rapid thermal expansion produced by the lightning.
So
I have a lot of girlfriends. Hey.
Devils from that hell. Not human anymore.
I have a lot of girlfriends.
that's nice.
No, Hollis, no more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind.
They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce before the seven.
You're done.
Another job well executed. The moon is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Send his fighters, and the Stalker is still coming for you. Move now. We saved the moon from a world collapse, but Hunhao can now attack the reservoir directly. He must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry. Lotus, join with me. Destroy your shame. Become the one I love. Become Nata once more.
This will stop the voices from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
So shame on you! You Orican! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
Seven hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. You know we are
desperate executor, but these aren't Dark soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
It has developed immunity to your attacks. Try something different. Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
You hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. Your hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Tenno. Operator. You're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship, now. You need to focus your mind to unleash your true power.
Target is down.
I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link. Stalker! How? Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe life into the somatic link. Again, it needs more power. Focus your energy. Get past the stalker.
You shall not leave this place.
One more time.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You remember the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without. My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
A jumble of words, numbers. I must have known everything about Tao. Our teacher loved when I corrected her.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zeramin 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
We were just kids, but they were afraid of what we could do. When they tried to treat us like rats, I stood up to them. I wasn't going to let them divide us after what we'd been through.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
We couldn't help it. The outbursts. We hurt her, blinded her. But even then, she never abandoned us. In the dream, we found peace. And she sang to us in that cold dark.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
We must have known. I remembered what it was like to be afraid, to be weak. I vowed never to forget that, never to abuse what I had been given. I had a code.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a mountain, breaking the sky. The way of Uneru. We pushed ourselves to outlast the enemy, to withstand all aggression without bending.
Uneru will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole this shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Friend.
You ever wonder who speaks for the